Though we won't be breaking any hot temperature records over the weekend, I am tracking a continuation of a heat advisory with highs across the inland northwest in the mid-90s to low 100s.
After decades of planning and months of construction, we're giving you a look inside the newest expansion of the Spokane Tribe Resort and Casino. And like a scene from a movie, a judge dismisses Alec Baldwin's manslaughter case. Their reasoning tonight. Good evening, thank you for joining us tonight for KREM 2 News 10 at 10, where we give you more news in less time. I'm Cody Proctor. We are finally out of the triple digits, but the heat's not going anywhere as we head into the weekend. Meteorologist Michelle Boss is joining us in the Weather Center tonight to prepare us for some very toasty temperatures still.
Yeah, we're not looking at record-breaking temperatures over the weekend, but the overall impact is going to be the same. It is going to be very hot with temperatures well above average, and we're going to be seeing temperatures across the region here locally in the upper 90s and elsewhere in the low 100s. Right now, we're 86 degrees. Spokane Airport seems to hold on to that early evening heat and takes a long time to cool off. It's much cooler in Deer Park, 68, much cooler in Sandpoint, and 10 degrees cooler in Coeur d'Alene, 75 degrees there, but temperatures are still in the upper 80s in Moses Lake, Wenatchee, and in the lower 80s in Lewiston. So a heat advisory has been reissued for the entire weekend. Again, highs in the mid 90s to low 100s from Spokane on southward, and then up in north central Washington, the northern panhandle, we're looking at high temperatures in the 90s with a little bit of added wind on Sunday around Wenatchee and the Waterville Plateau and down towards the Tri-Cities. There's going to be elevated fire danger, so a fire weather watch has been issued. Of course, it's going to be extremely dry, and we are expecting wind gusts up to 35 miles per hour. All is quiet on satellite and radar, save for what looks like could be some light sprinkles along the Canadian border just northeast of Omak, but that is about it. Otherwise, clear skies everywhere else. We'll see clear skies tonight, starting off temperatures in the mid 60s early tomorrow morning, and then heating up quickly. We'll be well into the 80s before noon and heading towards a high of 98 degrees. A little bit of a breeze on Sunday and slightly cooler, 96, and what will likely be the coolest day of the entire 7-day period will be on Monday, with highs still in the mid-90s.
Now, since fire danger remains high tonight, a reminder that burn bans remain in effect across Washington. Burning of any kind is banned in Spokane County until further notice. That includes campfires, fire bowls, and fire pits. You can still use outdoor fireplaces, barbecues, or deck warmers only if it has a spark arrestor and a chimney. Violating the burn ban can result in a misdemeanor, punishable by a fine of up to $1,000 or 90 days in jail. Meanwhile, the Pioneer Fire burning in Chelan County continues to grow. It is now almost 13,500 acres tonight. According to fire officials, that fire still sits at 14%. It's burning in a remote and rugged area about 30 miles northwest of Chelan. Helicopters reportedly hauled about 8,000 pounds of cargo and dropped about 420,000 gallons of water over the last 3 days. Level 1, 2, and 3 evacuation levels remain in effect. New tonight, Grant County health experts warning about diamond shrooms products after a Grant County resident was hospitalized after consuming it. According to the Grant County Health District, diamond shrooms mushroom-containing products include chocolates, gummies, and cones. Right now, both the CDC and FDA is investigating after several cases across the country left 30 people hospitalized. The products were recalled back in June, but the health district says their staff found some products still being sold as recently as today. They're warning people to not buy, eat, sell, or serve Diamond Shrooms brand products. According to the Washington State Department of Health, some of the symptoms reported by people after consuming the products include nausea, excessive sweating, hallucinations, seizures, and loss of consciousness. Let's turn now to Nightbeat for a quick look at the day's top stories. A gas leak closed down part of Havana Street in Spokane Valley tonight. That leak started around 5:20 with an above-ground propane tank leaking in front of a business on Havana. This happened near a Vista Stadium as fans headed towards tonight's Spokane Indians game. The FBI is investigating a major hack at AT&T. One person has been taken into custody so far. AT&T says more than 100 million customers are affected by a breach, which happened in April when records were illegally downloaded onto a third-party platform. The telecommunications giant says it involves phone and text message data for nearly all of its wireless customers for the 6 months between May 1st and October 31st, 2022, as well as a very small number of customers from January 2nd, 2023. According to AT&T, the data does not contain the content of calls or texts or personal information such as social security numbers and birth dates. Experts say customers must be on the lookout for scammers. And the 56th annual Cheney Rodeo returns this weekend. That first performance kicked off tonight for Tough Enough to Wear Pink Night. This weekend brings 2 more performances with cowboys and cowgirls traveling all across the country for the event. Coming up later tonight, we're finding out the recent heat made some changes leading up to the rodeo. And that was your Nightbeat. To learn more about any of these stories, just head to our website, KREM.com. Well, President Joe Biden's fighting to stave off any more defections from Democrat supporters who are concerned about his presidential campaign. Meanwhile, former President Donald Trump says he'll soon announce his choice to be his vice presidential running mate. The president's working the phones to shore up support from Democrats who are concerned about his ability to win. Colorado Representative Brittany Peterson's one of the latest lawmakers to call for Biden to step aside, saying, quote, "Please pass the torch to one of our many capable Democratic leaders so we have the best chance to defeat Donald Trump." While Biden tries to shore up his Democratic base, former President Trump has the Republican base locked down. Now all he needs is to pick a VP. North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum, Ohio Senator J.D. Vance, and Florida Senator Marco Rubio are said to be on his short list of candidates. Meanwhile, CBS News confirms some major Democratic donors are reportedly freezing about $90 million in campaign donations if President Joe Biden stays in the race for re-election. The donors told the largest pro-Biden super PAC, Future Forward, that pledge money is now on hold. Future Forward declined to comment to the New York Times about the amount of money. In our continued Boomtown series tonight, we explore the growth that's happening all across our region. Erie Heights and the Spokane Tribe are celebrating the expansion of the Spokane Tribe Resort and Casino. KREM 2's Shannon Mowdy shows us the new addition tonight.
We are on the back side of the Spokane Tribe Casino, which is the front entrance to the new hotel, and we're giving you your first look inside. It's the culmination of decades of planning and 20 months of construction.
4, 3, 2, 1.
The new hotel at the Spokane Tribe Resort and Casino opened to VIPs during Hoop Fest and is now taking all guests.
This is the transition from the original casino into now what is the hotel lobby and the connection to the gaming floor. So, yep, from the tile all the way down is all brand new.
From the new retail shop to guest registration and its 175 rooms, this hotel was all the vision of former Spokane Tribal Council members and an economic plan drafted in the late 90s.
Got a lot of our tribal youth, some of the younger people working in this establishment. That was all part of going through this there for get our people working, collect jobs, collect revenue.
The hotel's hiring right now, adding on to the hundreds of people already employed at the resort and casino.
When we first started this 4 years ago, we were 150 employees. Today we're 600 employees, so the economic impact is incredible.
Matt Damsko says the hospitality industry is rebounding post-pandemic. Last spring, another casino and resort opened its latest expansion. Northern Quest's River Tower boasts 192 rooms, including 17 suites. At the time River Tower opened in May 2023, Northern Quest was the largest casino resort in Washington, with a total 442 rooms. And the Spokane Tribe's new expansion is already bringing in more people.
People on stay vacation or just on vacation to come stay with us, but we're also looking at, getting business travelers. We're right next to the airport. We have the Air Force base is right here.
Rooms will average between $130 and $200. Of course, all based on demand and other factors. 100% of revenue goes to the Spokane Tribe. And tribal and casino leaders aren't relaxing just yet. They're already talking more gaming, more rooms, and even more for this growing community.
There's more to come. The conversation's already started.
The hotel is now taking reservations, and they suggest you book early. Shannon Mowdy, KREM 2 News.
Shannon, thank you so much. Well, starting next week, drivers in Spokane could see some traffic headaches. On Monday, WashDOT will close the Freya Street roundabout and northbound off-ramp from the North Spokane corridor. This is to allow crews to remove the asphalt and replace it with concrete to make it more durable.
The asphalt was always meant to be temporary. We knew that when it was placed back in and when the road was open in 2012. So this is just completing what was already done. But it's just reached the end of its life cycle. So we're now going back, instead of redoing it with the asphalt surface, we're going back and doing what was meant to be there originally, which is just the concrete.
The closure is expected to last 20 days. There will be detours posted for drivers. Drivers should also keep an eye out for this Monroe Street closure on Monday. Monroe Street from Kiernan Avenue to Francis Avenue will be closed for paving that day. The Garland and Monroe intersection will also be closed for east and westbound traffic. There will be detours for drivers to take, but expect delays. The work's expected to be done by the end of Monday. And that was your KREM 2 News 10 at 10, where you get more news in less time. But don't go to bed just yet tonight. Ribby goes mini. Tonight, the fans flocked to grab a Ribby bobblehead. But first, a dramatic turn in a New Mexico courtroom after a judge dismissed Alec Baldwin's manslaughter case. That's next in just 90 seconds.